Hello, welcome to the kitchen. It is going to be St. Patrick's Day, and every St. Patrick's Day, I make a Irish soda bread. I'm not Irish, but I like the tradition. I've got all of my ingredients prepared. And typically, when I teach my live Zoom baking classes, I don't I prepare kind of as we go because I like to give my students time to get their stuff together. But since we're not doing a live Zoom baking class today, and I'm just kind of showing you the ins and outs of Irish soda bread, I have all my ingredients prepared. So in this bowl right here, I've got flour, sugar, baking soda, and salt that's been whisked together. And I also have 6 tablespoons of butter, which I'm about to cut in with my pastry cutter. So what you want to do is you want to cut the butter into the dry mixture until it's kind of crumbly. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay. It's going to take a couple of minutes. And then, you know, the butter always gets stuck to the pastry blender. So we want to remove that maybe a couple of times. Okay, and this recipe is actually going to make 2 loaves of Irish soda bread. And when we get to where we add the raisins, I add heaping scoops of raisins because I like a little extra raisin in my Irish soda bread. Don't know if that's standard or not sure, but that's how I like it. All right, so the mixture is starting to get crumbly now. This is the good arm workout. So if you need to work out your arm today, go ahead and make this recipe. All right, so it's starting to get crumbly. You can see that. All right, so next, after we add the butter and mix it till it's crumbly, we're gonna add the raisins and the buttermilk, and we're gonna combine it, okay? I just like to make sure that I've got the butter mixed up like really good. I don't want any huge chunks that haven't been incorporated. That's the whole purpose. All right, here we go. So now we've got a kind of a crumbly mixture here. All right. So next we are going to add the raisins, which I've added to a plate, my heaping amount of raisins. And our buttermilk, okay, which I've already got prepared. And it is very buttery. I do say so myself. All right, let me grab a fork so I can start combining this together. Here we go. And you're going to see a dough start to form. Does anybody else like the smell of buttermilk? I kind of like it. All right, let's get this mixed. And after we combine it, we're going to form it into a ball of dough. I just like to get as much as I can mixed before I get my hands in there. You can just do it all with your hands if you want to. No problem. All right, here, it's starting to come together. I feel it. I feel it in my forearm. Okay, see? It's starting to come together. And so, usually, you'll find that you still have some like loose flour or something around the edges. So I just want to incorporate that in the best I can before I dig in with my hands. All right, that's pretty good. Take a look. All right, here we go. It's a little sticky. It's a little sticky, so be prepared to wash your hands. But we are going to, I'm going to grab my flour just in case I need a little extra flour, which oftentimes can happen. All right, so let's go ahead and incorporate this into one ball of dough. And there's still some pieces of like flour on the bottom, so I want to get that incorporated before I go adding more flour. But I only make it once a year, but if I recall correctly, I usually do add a little bit more flour so that it's not as sticky. right, see, I've got sticky fingers. All right. Now I am not going to stick my dirty hands in the flour, okay? Don't do that. Yuck. I'm gonna wash them off real quick is what I'm gonna do. I don't know what it is. There's just something about having like stuff on my hands that isn't supposed to be there that kind of grosses me out, which is strange because I'm a baker, right? I should be able to handle like stuff on my hands, but I can't. Okay, I'm gonna grab an extra cup and add a little extra flour. And I'm gonna go ahead and prepare another cup in case I need it and my hands get sticky again. See, thinking ahead. I tap my head with my finger, but it's dirty. All right, this is looking good. I don't think I'm gonna need any more flour. It's holding together really well. See that? So in just another minute here, what I'm gonna do is I am going to separate this into 2 separate balls of flour, okay? So let's do that. I'm just gonna kind of break it down the middle, all right? There we go. I'm gonna make it into a ball. Nice and neat, kind of pretty. Look at those raisins, yum. Right, so we're going to put one. I've got a cookie sheet over here that's been lined with parchment paper. It's just waiting for me to add the soda bread. All right, so we're going to do bowl number 2. Okay, and place them both on the pan. Again, I'm going to wash my hands. And then we're going to score the tops of the breads with a knife. Okay? So let me grab a knife. And I'm going to move it over here so you guys can see it. How's that? We're going to just add a cross to the top of each bread. Your little raisins are going to get in the way. You just got to kind of push them out of the way a little bit. All right, so here we go. We've got a cross scored on the top of each bread. Okay. Boom, which is going to make it look pretty. And I've got my oven preheated already, so I'm going to take these, I'm going to pop them in the oven, and I'm going to bake it for about 25 to 35 minutes. And then it's going to be kind of like a light brown color on top. And when it's done, I am going to take sugar water and brush it over the top. And you're going to have a delicious slice of bread.